This is James Sullivan, Next Level Collector. I got here with me Joe Rich, a good friend of mine. He also has a YouTube channel, Toy Radiation. He's also a really awesome collector. He's into toys, comics, and all that stuff. What's going on, Joe?
What's going on, James? How you doing tonight?
Pretty good, man. Pretty good. I'm excited to start this channel. I'm hoping that we reach a lot of people and we have a lot of fun in the process. What you
I
got
I,
going on?
I know we will, man. As long as we can share the things we collect, make some memories out of this. It was all for the good.
Absolutely, absolutely, for sure, man. So, tell me a little bit about your collection and what you collect and what you do.
So I want to say I started in 1992. I started collecting Kenner starting lineup figures, and that kind of led into eBay. eBay started in around 1995, so I got a little more into collecting. I kind of saw what was out there because at the time, there were no internet really, so kind of started looking at that. Then I got into like Transformers, Star Wars, Hasbro wrestlers, GI Joes, you name it. As long as it came from the 80s in my childhood, I collected.
That's awesome. Yeah. Me and Joe have been working together for quite a while now. We run a couple actually eBay stores. We'll have some links in the descriptions if you guys want to check any of our stores out of our collectibles and collections. And the next couple weeks we plan on showing off some of our collection. You know, stuff we have. You can see in the background here I got some of my Funkos and stuff. Looking good, looking good. I like
I
to
like
display
it.
some of them. Some of them. I like to keep the boxes for most things, but some things are just too cool to not display. So, Joe, what are you currently working on?
Currently, I'm looking for the majority of Siege. It's a new Transformer line called Siege and Studio Series.
Uh,
Also, I'm into a lot of comic books. I've got a long box right next to me that I go through. So, um, I do a lot of. Can you see that? Is that coming up?
oh yeah, nice.
Yeah.
Venom.
So, you know what? I'm huge into second printings. I don't know why. Not because I haven't found the first printings, but I just feel like sometimes the second, third, and fourth printings of certain comic books get neglected, and
Oh yeah.
especially an important issue like Venom #9. This is the first appearance of Dylan Brock, which is Eddie Brock's son. So I've been buying multiple and multiple copies of this.
Nice, nice. Yeah, I agree 100%. I mean, just think of you remember when they came out with that limited edition in the Buffalo News where they had the reprint of Spider-Man? People were throwing
Yes,
them out in the trash. And
that's
now you have the whole collection. They go for like 40, $50, you know. And I think they're just a great collectible. I have all of them except for #1, unfortunately. Yeah.
you know what, James? If you look hard enough and you grind and hustle, you'll be able to find that.
Well, this summer I plan we both of us hopefully are gonna go to the flea market. We're gonna do some videos there as well.
Absolutely.
I'm super excited. Once it gets a little warmer out, we got quite a few shops we like to hit up. We'll have a couple videos then too.
All right.
Yeah. So so Joe, tell me a little about what else do you do? What are some of your hobbies and other hobbies other than collecting and toys and stuff?
Well, I'm big into working out. I've been working out for, God, since I graduated from high school, which was 2000. So I've been working out for close to 20 years now. Um, yeah, bodybuilding shows, all that kind of jazz. Competitive, bodybuilder slash competitive eater. I do that. I do a lot of that in my spare time. But I have to say that I've been doing this a lot longer than working out, just collecting. I mean, you had brought up eBay in the start of the video, but I'm more of a collector first slash seller
Yeah,
second. Like I have to already have the piece.
to sell.
If I get doubles or something, I'll sell it to make money for the other ones I want, because I just can't have a lot. I don't have a lot of money, and any money that I do have, I can't have it tied up into plastic crack, is what I call it.
Plastic crack. Nice, nice. Yeah, I'm right there with you, man. I don't like to get rid of things, especially really cool things, unless I have an extra, or or if it has no value to me, and somebody else might take better stock in it.
J-
Um,
James,
for ex-
go ahead.
oh
You got an example?
oh yeah, for example, we just got rid of the Simpson Funkos. We're not huge Simpson fans. I am an avid Funko collector. We have, I want to say, over 800, maybe 900 now, Funkos.
Wow, that's quite the collection.
And that's including the out of the box stuff too, which probably really shouldn't count because it's lost its value by now. But
you know what,
yeah.
though, James, things. You know what? And I made a mistake myself. I think I had even told you I think you should get rid of all your Funkos and invest in other things. But you know that was wrong of me because I feel like, and this goes for everyone out there that's listening. I feel like you have to collect what you truly love, and I feel like you truly love Funkos.
Oh yeah, they're cool.
And they're cool, and things come in waves. So if something was once hot and it dies out, eventually, what's going to happen to it again? Things only have when they get so low, they only can go up at that point.
Yeah. Well, so that's another good point, Joe, that you're bringing up. I did want to talk about how the Funko market is at the moment. I don't know how closely you follow Funkos, but right now Funko is releasing, I don't know, somewhere up to another 100 to 200 varieties of Funkos this year and the next coming couple of months. I believe they've projected that as far as July. Some of them are really cool. And then, so here's where I'm at with Funkos. So I like Funkos. I love all the Marvel Funkos, the DC Funkos, and even some of the movie and TV Funkos as well. I collect all of them, primarily, mostly Marvel and DC. But beside the fact, my issue with Funkos at the moment is they seem to kind of have a good grasp on what they got. So they're becoming lower in value because they keep re-releasing some of them, and it comes in waves. So they'll re-release it for a little while, and then they'll die off. And then I can't think of a good example at the moment, but they just re-released the Justice League Funkos, some of them, and those were they were for the first editions. They were going for, I want to say, $50 to $100 a piece in box.
Wow. Yeah. What did they cost? What did they cost originally, James?
I believe $10 for these ones.
That's quite the profit.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. And so they were going for that, and now they had re-released some of them, and of course it's hard to variate between the editions. So the market for that specific Funko they released obviously just crashed, and now they're worth $5 because they have thousands of them on the market. So I feel like Funko is going in a good direction as far as having a lot out there. I just think they need to concentrate more on creating new Funkos instead of re-releasing Funkos. And I understand the concept behind re-releasing Funkos too, because there are those collectors out there that just want the piece. There are thousands of people out there that are looking to buy to sell, but there's also thousands and thousands of people who are looking to collect and collect and collect. So I do understand why they do that too. But just something that they should.
Well, some of the companies, most of the companies know what they're doing for the most part, but that's why Kenner starting lineups, they stopped making them because they started producing so many. There's definitely a sweet spot with anything. As far as supply and demand goes, that's that whole economic thing. But yeah, but then again, if you truly love them and they're a passion of yours, it shouldn't matter if they make 10,000 or 200,000. You're creating memories. Right now, making this, talking about Funko. So why not just go after what you truly love? And that's what I do.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm right there with you. So, it's a crazy world collecting. It really is. There's so many things to collect too. I primarily, mostly comics and Funkos, and I dabble with Transformers and some other things here and there. But primarily huge into Funkos and comic books. Those are my passion. I'm actually right now this is the cleanest area of my basement, and I'm surrounded by comics right now. So I got quite a few to go to.
That's not a bad thing, being surrounded by stuff you love, man.
No,
Sure.
it's really not. And you know, it's funny. Sometimes you put your comic books away and you revisit them. And I think that's the coolest part, is revisiting them and saying, dude, I can't believe I remember I have this comic book. I forgot all about it. And just saying, wow, dude, this comic book hasn't been released in 15, 20 years, and it's worth $50. It's like, it's crazy. And they're really good. They're really good reads too. Even some of the, I had not just regular comics and newsstand editions and stuff. I do have a lot of graphic novels as well, and I do like reading the graphic novels. That's actually, I got into comic books collecting because of, believe it or not, Ultimate Spider-Man. That was a sweet series. I loved that series so much.
That was a good series. That came on like a tidal wave. I remember.
Yeah, and I never read the entire series, but I know they came out with a video game for it and all that other stuff. I read the first 5 when they came out, the first 5 graphic novels of the series. And that was as far as I had ever gotten, because graphic novels are kind of expensive.
Yeah, they are. Speaking of Ultimate Spider-Man, for you guys that want a little investment tip and something that I think has room to grow, Ultimate Fallout #4, which is the first appearance of Miles Morales. Now, a lot of people, he gets a lot of controversy. A lot of people like him, a lot of people don't. But I personally don't think he's going anywhere. I think he's here to stay for a while. So if you want to get a good book, I would say that would be my book of choice to pick up.
All right, yeah, good advice from Joe.
Thanks.
For sure. All right, Joe. Well, we will be coming to you guys pretty much every week, hopefully, as long as there are no other previous engagements or issues. But hopefully every week we'll be coming to you with a little bit of tidbits, news, and maybe we'll show off some of our collection. So definitely keep an eye out. I'll keep a link in the description for our Facebook pages and our YouTube channels, and Joe's YouTube channel, Toy Radiation. Check that out. He's always doing giveaways and sweepstakes and stuff. So definitely check that out. It gives away a lot of cool stuff, especially for you collectors out there. Yeah, guys, until next week. It's been fun. Bye.
Bye.